They were still writing the finale while they were filming it. The Stranger Things documentary just dropped on Netflix, and then they turn around and they do it. That is the story of Stranger Things Season 5. Okay, let's talk about the script situation, because this shocked fans. When filming began on Season 5, the final episode's script was not finished. The writers were literally crafting the ending while actors were already on set shooting earlier episodes. Now, some people were like, "What? How is that possible?" But Martina explained this is actually more common than you'd think in TV and film. On a project of this scale, you can't write everything ahead of time. It's normal practice in TV and film to write while shooting. She also said, "I think having access to the writer's room is a real gift and privilege that the brothers gave us, because I think it's very easy to think when you write a script, you literally just sit there and write. And it's like, no, it's really thinking about a gazillion things, how you interweave all these stories." Think about it. Season 5 had to wrap up 19 character arcs. 19! 11, Mike, Will, Dustin, Lucas, Max, Hopper, Joyce, Nancy, Jonathan, Steve, Robin, and more. That's not just writing, that's architectural engineering for storytelling. Now, we have to talk about the Conformity Gate. After the finale dropped earlier this month, a fan theory exploded online, claiming there was a secret extra episode that Netflix was hiding. Fans analyzed every frame, every detail, convinced the real ending was yet to come. Well, Martina addressed this directly. She said she found the theory to be a little bizarre. Quote, "Why would they withhold that?" But she also showed empathy for fans. She said, "I understand it can be hard to say goodbye for fans who've been on this journey for the past decade. Look, after 10 years with these characters, I get why fans didn't want it to end, but Conformity Gate was always a coping mechanism, not reality. The documentary is meant to give fans real closure, not another mystery to solve." One of the coolest parts of this documentary is seeing the actual debates the writers had. We're talking about major creative decisions that shaped the finale. For example, should creatures appear in the final fight against Vecna and the Mind Flayer? What should happen to 11 in the end? How do you give 19 characters satisfying conclusions? These weren't easy conversations. The documentary shows the writers going back and forth, arguing their points, changing their minds. Martina said, "This is a massive ensemble cast, and to cover 19 character developments, it's quite a feat and an accomplishment." This is what makes the documentary so valuable. You see that these decisions weren't random, they were debated and carefully chosen. Even if you didn't love every choice in the finale, you can at least appreciate the thought that went into it. Let's talk about the insane scale of this production. In his rap speech at the end of the documentary, co-creator Ross Duffer dropped some mind-blowing stats. 630 hours cut down to 10. That's 98% of the footage left on the cutting room floor. Hundreds of crew members worked to create realistic versions of Hawkins, the Upside Down, and the Abyss, often without a complete script. Martina said she wanted to show how a project of this scale is made because Stranger Things does all these things that nobody thought a TV show can do. This isn't just a TV show, it's a blockbuster movie stretched across 10 hours, and somehow they pulled it off. Here's something really special about this documentary. It doesn't just show Season 5, it shows the Duffer Brothers' entire journey. There are clips of homemade films they made as kids. We're talking feature-length movies at age 8. Their former drama teacher is even interviewed, and he has a cameo in Season 5. Martina said, "They didn't become successful overnight. This is 40 years in the making." The brothers were inspired to make this documentary because they grew up watching behind-the-scenes content from classic films like The Lord of the Rings. Now they're paying it forward for the next generation of filmmakers. Quote from Martina, "They're true to their art, they're true to their vision, which I really admire as a director myself." This documentary isn't just about Stranger Things. It's about the passion and persistence it takes to create something that matters. The documentary also shows how the main cast has grown, both as actors and characters. We see audition tapes from 2015, clips from Season 1, side-by-side comparisons with Season 5. These kids literally grew up on screen. Millie Bobby Brown was 11 when this started. Now she's in her 20s. Finn Wolfhard, Gatton Matarazzo, Caleb McLaughlin, Noah Schnapp, we watched them become adults. Martina said it was important to really show the longevity and also how everybody developed individually, but also with each other as a group. That's what makes this ending so emotional. It's not just characters saying goodbye, it's actors who spent a decade together. If you're a Stranger Things fan who's struggling to let go, this is for you. It won't give you a secret extra episode, but it will give you closure, appreciation, and a whole new respect for what the Duffer Brothers and their team accomplished. What was your favorite part of Season 5? Drop it in the comments. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.